Welcome back to Relatable Reactions. It's Josh and we're back with another episode of Sliders. We should be back on the proper order of things now. I'll try and keep an eye on IMDb and Amazon's own episode listings and try and make sure it's in the right order this time so we don't have that same mistake. But luckily it doesn't make too much difference in a show like this. It's not quite as important as some things. But yeah, this episode 6, Eggheads. Obviously something to do with the brain, something to do with smarts, which they have plenty of, so I'm looking forward to getting into it. But I won't talk too much. Let's just get straight into the episode and we'll have a chat at the end. Sliders, let's go.
Longer library hours?
Obviously more intellectual.
Check it out. It's Albert.
Up there.
Nike with a double K.
Excuse me. Can I get your autograph?
So intellectuals are famous. They're like the superstar.
Professor Arturo, you too. My mom's one of your biggest fans.
She is? Professor, I've heard all your tapes. Really great to see you.
I wonder how famous someone like Einstein would be if he was around in the modern day and age.
Quinn Mallory, Mr. All-America, Mr. All-Everything. That's Max Arturo with him. They're the Sliders.
Well, we evidently have arrived on a world where they regard intellectual achievement with the same sort of adulation that we confer on movie stars or sports heroes.
Did you hear what they were calling you? You're the Sliders.
They actually referred to us as the Sliders?
If we're sliders, my double's got to have built a sliding machine.
Let's go.
We won't have to reconfigure the timer. We can auto-set the system. We're going home.
Yeah, let's not talk too soon, Quinn. Don't get people's hopes up.
Is that your mom?
I hope not.
Mallory, what a surprise. I wasn't expecting you back.
Is that the same house? It looks different.
Mr. Mallory asked me to put his house on the market. Of course, it would have sold a long time ago if you hadn't been asking such a big price.
Is my mom here?
I wouldn't know. I haven't been in touch with her since she was forced to move back east.
Forced.
Look, you're on the Wheaties box.
Breakfast of geniuses. You got all these endorsements, how come you're so broke?
It's a good point, though.
How come you're always asking stupid questions?
It's not that stupid of a question.
What is all this stuff?
Don't give up hope, Mr. Mallory. It's probably in a lab at the university.
Hey, check this out. Most valuable player, California High School Academic Championship.
Check this out. The dream team.
Let me see.
We can assume the identities of our doubles, at least until we find the sliding machine.
This'll go well. It always goes so well for him.
Professor Arturo, you're back from your slide.
I just thought I'd check in with the office.
Your office is back there.
Oh, that's the chairman's office.
You're still the chairman.
Top of the chain, Arturo. Top of the chain. Doing his TED Talks back then.
Hey, maybe there's some information about a lab in these files.
Yeah, I'll check these.
Oh, hello. Is this Maximilian Arturo's residence?
Max, is that you?
There's a woman in my house.
He's not used to that, clearly.
Hello?
So, you are back.
Let's get out of here.
Mr. Mallory, the word is out all over campus. They want you down at practice.
Practice?
Yes.
Right, he was winning awards for something.
Name the 5 major geological eras. Archean, Proterozoic, Paleozoic, Mesozoic, Cenozoic.
Mallory.
Mallory!
What is the game?
Sight for sore eyes. Thank God you're here, kid.
Take 5, boys, while I chat with your captain.
Don't look too
What's the
happy.
matter, Wilson? Disappointed?
Anybody who pulls a vanishing act for half the season shows up just in time for finals. Coach to have his head for lunch.
Well, Coach, smells a championship.
Hey, Wilson, looks like you're on the bench, pal.
Wilson, sub for you while you were gone.
That explains why he's not too happy losing his spot.
Joey, guess who didn't take your threat seriously? Do us both a favor. Take care of the problem.
This has got to be one of the weirdest games ever invented. You've got to answer these questions while you run around carrying this ball and the other team tries to tag you.
If you answer the questions right and you don't get tagged, you win one of these squares on the floor. It's like the board game Go, where if you capture the right square, you can take over several of them. Apparently, you can win or lose a whole bunch of them at one time, depending on where you are on the court.
I would be so bad at this game. I'm not great at sports. I'm not smart.
I'm taking a powder. You're gonna have to play Harvard without me.
Wait a minute. We agreed. You have to infiltrate your double's life until we can find the sliding system.
We don't even have that long to do it in 5 days.
We have to find the sliding system, Quinn. It's our only hope.
There's a young woman in your office. She says you know what it's about.
Gonna go and find out, that's for sure.
You've been a naughty boy, Arturo.
I have?
You've been playing hard to get.
Oh, not any longer, I do assure you.
You can say that again. I'm a process server. You're being sued for divorce.
Ooh.
It's the national semifinals of Mind Game, brought to you by Wheaties, the breakfast of geniuses, and Nike. Just think it.
Just think it. Just think it.
All right, captains, this is for the opening possession. 100 scientists surveyed, top 3 answers on the board. Name a feature of relativity.
No absolute time.
Fred. Yes.
Oh god, it's quite a combo of different game shows, isn't it? Like Family Fortunes and all sorts.
Defense is always tough on the first play because you never know what square the offense is trying to capture. Nice spin move by Harvard. Did you see that? They juked right by Mallory.
Where's his court sense? Quinn took his own man out of the play.
What happened?
How do I know?
What do you think, Professor?
Let him be, girl. He's going through divorce.
I know the woman concerned.
What?
The Arturo of this world is being sued for divorce by Christina Fox, my late wife. We were only married for a few years.
What happened?
She died of a brain aneurysm at the age of 27.
God, that would be so hard when you lose someone you love so much and they're just suddenly alive on a different universe or parallel universe and they hate you.
How can Cal win when they're behind by 20 points and 32 seconds left to play?
California has squares 6, 7, and 36. If they can win square 31, then they'd outflank Harvard in 3 directions, pick up an additional 11 squares.
They're never going to get in there. Harvard's going to be all over square 31.
Couldn't they just surround that square? There must be some rules against that.
They've completed the answer to capture square 31. Mallory with the ball, and he makes it. Unbelievable, Tom. This is a miracle.
All right, so they have to answer the right amount of questions before they're allowed to drop the ball on the square.
What's his problem?
He bet against you.
Are you kidding? Is that true? You said you were clueless. How was I supposed to know you would pull it off in the clutch?
How much did we lose? Rembrandt.
All of it.
Why did he have control of all of the money?
Oh, Mr. Mallory.
Who are you?
Friends of friends. Mr. Wilson has brought it to my attention that you've chosen not to honor your commitments. Skips out on $1 million in gambling debts, and I am not a happy man.
So gambling debt with like the mob.
I want MIT to win the finals. You vouchsafe that outcome, and I'll absorb the $1 million you owe me.
What if I say no?
Then be mors maxime.
Mors maxime.
Dead.
Why would he care that much if he has to throw the game or not? It's not like he plans to stay here. Maybe that just goes to show how selfish I am and not caring about other people on that team, but...
Christina.
What are you doing here?
I just wanted to see you.
He never would have seen her at this age either, would he? So it'd be even more surreal.
My divorce lawyer says I shouldn't have any contact with you.
Christina, I need your help.
Here we go again. The master manipulator.
Clearly, I have done you great wrong.
This little boy lost routine. It's old. And most of all, my dear, I don't believe it anymore.
I mean, she knows that he's a slider, so it's not like they wouldn't be able to grasp the concept of sliding and him being a different Arturo.
You went to see her?
Maybe just be up front.
Are you crazy? This woman is not your wife.
She is my Christina alive. Sad as it may seem, I feel I might have a second chance with her.
You're thinking of staying.
Where are you going?
I'm not waiting around for those leg breakers to come back.
Well, what about the sliding system?
We've been to every laboratory on campus. Nobody knows anything.
Our doubles are such scoundrels, the whole thing could be a hoax.
If they didn't slide, then where'd they go?
I think my double is in Europe with his mistress, having first cleaned out the joint bank account. And we know that Mr. Mallory's double has a very good reason for disappearing.
What do you want, Boyer?
What's your story, Mallory? You missed practice. Coach is going nuclear. He sent me to bring you back.
Tell Coach I'm off the team.
You want to break his heart, you're going to have to do it yourself.
I'm not going to play in the championship, Coach. I don't know what else to say.
All the times that I coddled you and covered for you, days when you came in drunk and worse.
I wouldn't be much help out there. I haven't been myself lately.
All the great ones were worth the headaches. Hawking, Sagan.
They were players.
Hawkins. I wonder if he was not in a wheelchair and stuff.
I had a chance to win the championship and go out on the top.
What do you want me to say? I'm a jerk.
Go. Get out of my sight.
Quinn Mallory, Special Agent O'Brien, my partner, Bob Cannon, FBI.
Look, if you guys are gonna arrest me, let's just get it over with, okay? You'd be doing me a favor. What do you guys have on me?
We know the whole story, son. Tax evasion, gambling debts, point shaving.
What if I told you I was just a tiny fish in a big stinking cesspool? You give me a little, I'll make your careers.
How good of you to come.
My lawyer would kill me if she knew I was doing this.
Christina, I am not the man that you think I am. For that individual who's hurt you so much, I'm sorely embarrassed and deeply ashamed. I want you to delay this divorce.
This is the last thing I expected to hear.
I do have some problems to solve, but they're not physics problems. If you have any feeling left for me, I beg you, give me one more chance.
Seems a little easily swayed for how awful the other Arturo was.
I appreciate it, kid.
No problem.
By satellite to 123 countries around the globe, it's the 27th National Finals of Mind Game.
Name a common characteristic of string theory.
Multiple dimensions.
Answer, please.
Mallory hits the multiple dimensions with authority, Tom.
Not top.
Infinite density.
Answer, please. In the human head, what are the 12 cranial nerves?
No idea.
Quinn makes the tag stop in MIT.
Name the 4 heaviest chemical elements.
Laurentia! A great score by Mallory.
I'm out red.
I wonder how they decide on the number of answers for each question, because that first one was the 12 nerves. That seems like it would be a really hard to string together without getting hit.
Like you, I'm a man of science, a slider. You have wealth, success, fame, and a wife that loves you. And yet, despite all of this, you are a fool. There was a Christina in my world, too. And when she died, I discovered that I had lost everything that gave my life any meaning. You lose your Christina, I promise you, your life will lose its meaning, too. The instant I return, make sure that I see this tape.
Certainly.
MIT can literally do nothing to stop Quinn.
What a movie. You see that?
That'll get y'all better.
That's frustration right there, right?
I could get into this game.
Foul, personal violation, loss of square, red.
Timeout.
How much time?
Almost finished.
I mean, till we slide.
I told the professor we'd meet him on the roof at 9:45.
I'm wiped, Coach. Seeing spots.
Coach, I'm ready.
Get in there.
Yeah.
Mallory stays on the bench and Wilson is in the game?
Not a good idea, Coach. The fix is in.
What?
Trust me.
Wilson, get back here. Boyer, in for Mallory.
Boyer will come in for Wilson. I'm not so sure I understand Cal's strategy here.
Let's go.
What's going on?
Keep Wilson out of the game.
On, for God's sake.
How would he get to the roof without going into the building? Climb up on the outside or something?
You guys can't go on the court.
Oh, what is this? Tom, they chased Quinn Mallory right off the court.
Quinn! Hurry!
What's that statue? Einstein.
Get out of the way! Stop him!
Come on, hurry up! Over here, 30 seconds! Hold it!
This is gonna be worth the $1 million.
Drop the gun. FBI. You set me up, Professor.
I don't think that's where I would do it. What if you jumped off and missed? I knew he was going to have some smart remark.
Via Carinus Ananda. What is that?
Latin. What's that mean? So long, suckers.
Oh wow, that was quite an abrupt ending actually. There we have it, the end of episode 6 of Sliders, and that was an enjoyable episode. I quite like the idea and the concept of the game show. Well, not game show, I keep calling it a game show because it's got similarities, but the sport of Mind Game, was it called? I can't remember what it was called now, but yeah, I could see myself getting into something like that. Yeah, it's quite the mix of everything. I suppose what would be the equivalent, dodgeball / trivia, general knowledge / family fortunes, plus the square game. It's just a combo of everything. I quite enjoyed it. I could see myself like Rembrandt putting a little bet down and seeing how it goes. It leaves you with quite a lot of questions though. Like, I do wonder what happened to their other selves. I mean, they implied it, and it seems to be the most logical reason that Quinn and Arturo probably have just ran away from their debts and their problems. But it also did say that they were called Sliders, so there is always that possibility they did slide off. And I suppose we'll never know if that Arturo ever got to see that videotape. And to be honest, if he's that kind of person, he probably wouldn't care what that videotape says, let's be honest. Our Arturo had to make that tough choice of staying or going, and he made the right choice, because it wasn't his, Catherine I think it was, but it wasn't his wife, and I don't think she could have ever looked at Arturo the same either, even if she knew the truth. And also, who's to say that our Arturo wouldn't have done the same thing had he had the chance to be with his wife for an extra, I mean, I don't know how old he's supposed to be in this, but if she died at 27 and he's probably at least 47 in this, probably older, but you know, it's 20 years of life that he never got to have with her, and anything could have happened in that time. So who knows, life lessons for them all. But yeah, just a fun little episode. You know, you can't think too hard in these things because you could pick holes all day, but I just enjoyed it. I had fun, and I look forward to getting into the next episode. So I will catch you next time. Laters.